Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Sarah, and I'm dating Jack. You must be Jack's mother?
Yes, Jack is my son. So you're his girlfriend?
Well, I'm actually going from girlfriend to wife.
What?
We've decided to get married. That's why I wanted to contact you and let you know.
Oh, congratulations! I mean, thank you for marrying my son.
You're welcome. You're quite an interesting person, aren't you? I figured it was time someone let you know about the wedding plans.
This is quite sudden. When did you two decide this?
About 3 months ago. We've been dating for a year. Is there a problem?
I'm just so surprised. I didn't even know he had a girlfriend, and now I'm getting a marriage announcement out of the blue.
Nobody tells their parents about who they're dating anymore. Jack's over 30, not a child.
Has he told you much about our family?
Just that you live in Maine, in some small town I've never heard of.
True, Jack never comes back home, so I don't know anything about what's going on with him. I've been worried since I never hear from him, so I'm really happy about this news.
I'm glad you're so happy about it.
Sarah, was it? Since my son chose you, you must be a wonderful person. I'm looking forward to meeting you.
Huh?
Well, since you're getting married, you'll come here before the wedding, right? So that our families can meet? Or should we come to you instead? You're both probably busy, and coming to Maine might be difficult.
No need for you to come here. It must be quite a journey for small-town folk to come all the way to New York.
I actually travel quite often.
And we're not planning to visit Maine either. We don't want to deal with all the hassle of formal family introductions.
What did you say?
We're just going to file our marriage papers tomorrow and have a private ceremony during our honeymoon abroad.
Tomorrow? But that's so soon. We haven't even met yet.
Is there a problem?
Well, I understand choosing your own timing for the registration and honeymoon, but not even meeting the family before becoming my daughter-in-law.
You're already being difficult, just as I expected. This is why I hate old-fashioned small-town people.
Old-fashioned?
Let me be direct since it'll be faster. Unlike you, I'm a sophisticated woman born and raised in New York City, so I have no desire to visit some dirty, backwards small town.
Our town may be small, but it's quite modern. I'd hate to say that it's backwards.
And of course, I don't want to meet small-town people who live in such a place.
What did you say?
These formal meetings are so outdated anyway. Jack agrees with me completely.
Jack said that?
He left your small town for a reason, didn't he?
That's not why.
So there you have it. I've properly informed you of the marriage, so I'll be going now.
Sarah, wait!
I've done my duty in informing you. That's more than enough.
Jack, what's the meaning of this? Why are you announcing your marriage through WhatsApp? I can't believe that you're not planning to bring your fiancé home to meet us. Do you really think this is okay?
Oh, did Sarah contact you?
She just messaged me out of nowhere about getting married tomorrow.
Oh, good, she told you then.
Yes, just now. But is that all you have to say? 10 years of barely any contact, and now this?
What's the big deal? We're adults.
Well, I'm happy about the announcement. I can't accept a wedding without proper introductions. Bring her to our home in Maine before you register the marriage.
I really wanted to bring her, you know, but then she'd have to meet Ryan and his wife who live with you. They're still living together with you, right?
Yes, we're all living happily together. Am I such a good daughter-in-law? We've never had any problems living together. What's wrong with having them both there for the introductions? Wouldn't it actually be easier for you to meet everyone at once?
Huh? She's a good daughter-in-law? You mean that idiot who got married and pregnant as a teenager?
What? Who are you talking about?
Don't act surprised. That's what they are.
How can you talk about your own brother and his wife like that?
Am I wrong? Ryan and his wife got married right after high school. Had a kid without even having a decent income. They're just two idiots who never plan anything in their lives.
Never planned? Is that really what you think?
Yeah, that's right. Sarah agrees with me too. She doesn't want to go to some small town. And on top of that, she doesn't want to breathe the same air as those idiots.
How could she say such horrible things? Jack, are you okay with this?
Of course I'm okay with it. She's just being honest.
You didn't even defend your brother and his wife when they were insulted.
There's nothing to defend. It's the fact that my brother and his wife are idiots. I completely agree with her.
What did you say?
You want me to repeat it? Fine. They're idiots.
Jack, I raised you better than this.
Small towns are full of too many similar idiots. It's sickening. That's why I left for New York, to get away from people like that. And now I found my ideal girlfriend and we're getting married. I don't want to expose my precious girlfriend to those idiots and have her tainted by them.
How dare you treat us like we're dirty?
It's not just you. It's the whole town, the whole lifestyle.
The town where you grew up, where your family still lives?
That's exactly why I left. I moved up in the world.
Moved up? By insulting your family?
So anyway, Mom, please tell Dad and Ryan's family about the marriage for me.
You want me to tell them how ashamed you are of them?
Tell them whatever you want. We won't be visiting anyway.
You've changed, Jack.
No, I've just grown up. Gotten sophisticated. You wouldn't understand.
Is that what sophistication means in New York? Insulting your family?
Just pass along the message. That's all I'm asking.
I'm so sorry, Barbara. I'm really sorry for causing trouble because we live with you.
What's wrong, Emma? You haven't caused any trouble at all.
Ryan just called and told me your eldest son Jack is getting married, right? But I heard that they don't want to come here for introductions because of us.
Oh dear, I told my husband not to tell Ryan for exactly this reason.
Should we move out temporarily so they can visit?
Absolutely not.
I called right away to apologize when I heard. I'll be home late from work today, but I'll apologize properly when I get back.
You don't need to do that. You and Ryan haven't done anything wrong.
But it's true that we married as teenagers, and I can't deny that we didn't plan our lives when they say that.
Is that what's bothering you? What they said?
I know we were young when we got married. I can understand how shocked they'd be.
Even with life plans, nothing ever goes exactly as planned. And what's wrong with marrying in your teens? It wasn't illegal, so hold your head high.
Barbara. But maybe if we weren't living here.
Stop that thought right there.
I just don't want to cause problems between you and Jack.
You and Ryan are both wonderful as a couple and as parents. You both graduated high school with top grades and got jobs before getting married. You even helped build this beautiful duplex house for us. You're a son and daughter-in-law we're proud of.
Barbara, but they seem so successful in New York.
Success isn't just about where you live or what job you have.
I know, but...
Don't worry about anything they said. We don't want to meet people who say such stupid things either. They can do whatever they want with their marriage.
Are you sure it's okay?
More than okay. Your family. I won't forgive anyone who insults you.
Thank you. I'll work even harder to be worthy of that.
You already are. Now stop apologizing.
I should get back to work.
Yes, go on. And Emma?
Yes?
We're lucky to have you. Never forget that.
Thank you. That means everything to me. Hello, it's been a while. This is sudden, but we're thinking of visiting you. Would this weekend work? Do you have rooms where we can stay?
You suddenly contact us, and now this? What's going on? I thought you hated our small town.
Oh, I still absolutely hate it. But when it comes to work, I can't help it.
Work?
I have to go there for work now, so I thought we might as well stop by. It would be rude not to visit when we're so close.
Oh, so you do understand some manners?
Don't be sarcastic. I'm trying to be considerate here.
After months of silence?
Jack can take time off this weekend too, so we thought we'd come together after my work trip is finished.
Oh, Jack's coming too? This would be his first visit in 10 years.
Yes, he's coming, though he's not exactly thrilled about it.
I can imagine.
Even though it's just a work trip, you must be happy we're coming. We thought we'd stay one night.
When exactly would you arrive?
Probably around 6 p.m. on Saturday.
That's quite late.
Well, I have important meetings during the day.
I have mixed feelings, but I did want to meet you. If that's the case, I'll be happy to wait for you. Looking forward to seeing you both.
About dinner that night?
Yes?
I have some dietary preferences. I hope that won't be a problem.
I'm sure we can accommodate.
Thank you. Since it's such a rural area, I'm not expecting much, but your more sophisticated daughter-in-law from New York is coming to visit. Please make sure to prepare the appropriate hospitality for me.
Sophisticated, you say?
Yes, I have certain standards.
And what standards would those be?
Just make sure everything is clean and properly prepared.
Are you implying we live in filth?
No, I just meant, well, you know how small towns can be.
No, I don't know. Please explain.
Never mind, just make sure there's suitable accommodation.
We do have indoor plumbing, if that's what you're worried about.
Very funny. Just make sure everything is acceptable.
We'll do our best to meet New York standards.
That's all I ask. While you're out, could you also buy some mineral water? The water around here doesn't seem to suit my taste.
What?
The tap water here tastes strange.
But our water comes from a natural spring.
That's exactly the problem. I need proper filtered water. What's the big deal? Didn't you say you were going shopping? Could you also get some Ben & Jerry's ice cream? I'm tired from work and want something sweet.
I don't mind running errands since I'm going to the supermarket. But Sarah, you're quite, well, let's say bold.
What's bold about having preferences?
Making demands of your host is what's bold.
Being a strong woman is normal in New York, though I guess there aren't any cool women like that in this backwards town.
Is that so?
You seem upset. Did I offend you?
Not at all. Please continue telling me how backwards we are.
Were you expecting a meek and traditional daughter-in-law? Well, those days are over. Even as a daughter-in-law, you have to be confident and stand up to your in-laws. If you let them walk all over you, it's over.
Yes, you're very strong. So, I'll get your water and ice cream. Anything else you need?
Actually, yes. Well, please get sushi for dinner.
What? But we already said we're having hot pot tonight with everyone.
About that, I've been thinking.
About what?
I never agreed to that. There's no way I'm sharing a pot with small-town old ladies. It's disgusting. Plus, with those high school dropout idiots there, I might catch something.
What did you say?
You heard me. I won't eat with them. Besides, food made by some small-town lady is absolutely unacceptable for someone New York-raised like me.
Hot pot is just cutting ingredients and cooking them. Really, you are such a rude person, and treating my sweet son and daughter-in-law like they're contaminated.
It's not just about the cooking.
Then what is it about?
The whole situation, the company, the setting.
I'm so shocked I'm speechless.
Then shut up and go shopping. Your small-town cooking is too unsanitary for someone born in New York like me. Just get something more suitable for me tonight.
Fine, I'll buy it.
Make sure it's high-end sushi. There must be a place in Portland. You'll have to collect it if they don't deliver.
Yes, we'll enjoy the high-end sushi without you.
What?
I'd love to invite you, but maybe even our small-town high-end sushi wouldn't suit someone from New York. In that case, you better stick to the stuff from the supermarket, since they've got chains nationwide. I'll buy you a fancy cucumber roll from the grocery store.
Are you mocking me?
Not at all, just trying to meet your sophisticated standards.
What did you say?
At least those should be safe enough for someone born and raised in New York. Supermarkets are so handy.
You've got to be kidding! You're all having high-end sushi while we get stuff from the supermarket? Is this how you treat your eldest son's wife?
Let me turn this around. Is this how someone who's being hosted should act? I never begged you to marry Jack. You chose to marry a small-town boy because you wanted to.
Well, that's...
Yet you keep looking down on us. I was happy you came to visit, but I'm already sick of you after just a few hours. Ready meals from the supermarket are more than enough for you two.
What did you say? You can't be serious.
Now, what should we eat?
Don't you dare.
Maybe I'll splurge on some premium tuna tonight.
Mom, are you really going to eat high-end sushi without us? And not even takeout, but at the restaurant? Everyone suddenly started getting ready to go out. Dad, Ryan, everyone just left us here.
Well, since we're going to such a nice sushi place, seeing your faces across the table would ruin the taste.
You can't be serious.
I'm completely serious.
We're your guest.
That's why I called everyone else to meet at the restaurant.
What?
Actually, the best sushi restaurant in this area recently got a Michelin star. Because of that, it's now reservation only. I called them on the off chance, and they said they had a cancellation. So tonight, we're having a high-end sushi party there.
There's an amazing place like that in rural Maine?
Why can't we have places like that in a small town? Plus, with the increase in international tourists lately, we've gotten more sophisticated and delicious restaurants.
But to leave us here, how could you?
Oh, now you care about being left out?
It's not fair for you guys to just go to a place like that. Let us eat Michelin-starred sushi too.
Shut up! There's not a single piece of sushi for you two. You can go to the grocery store and buy something from the international food section for all I care. That's more than enough for you. After looking down on us and insulting us, don't act like spoiled children at your age.
You're being ridiculous.
Am I? Who called who idiots?
That's different.
How is it different?
What's this about? We came all this way and now, forget it, we're leaving. I can't stay in this awful home that won't even properly host us. I'm never coming back.
Fine, leave! Leave! It's a 40-minute walk to the nearest station in the snow. You better start walking right now.
What? You won't drive us?
Why should I drive two idiots? I came out alone in my car to go shopping. Your father and Ryan's family each drove their own cars to the restaurant. So there are no cars left at home. You'll just have to walk.
You're kidding.
By the way, there are no taxis around here since they stop service at 5 p.m. Oh my, it's already 6 p.m. Even if you call the taxi company, they won't come.
No way! In New York, you can catch a taxi in seconds. This is ridiculous. You can't leave us stranded.
Well, this isn't New York. Now go, get out! If there are no taxis, you'll have to walk.
This is ridiculous. Making us walk 40 minutes in this snow. And look, it's starting to snow more. You're being completely unreasonable.
By the way, if you're still at the house when we get back, you'll be locked out.
What?
After all, we're an awful home that won't properly host you.
Mom, you can't be serious.
So we won't provide any bed or shelter.
But there aren't even any hotels around here. Where are we supposed to stay? I'm gonna call Dad and tell him about this.
Good luck with that. He's already blocked both your numbers.
Mom, please!
Well then, I'm off to enjoy some high-end sushi. Make sure you're gone from the house by the time we get back.
In this weather? You're insane!
No, just a small-town idiot, remember? Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a dinner reservation to keep.
I'll never forgive any of you for this. I caught a cold because of that day. I had to miss work because of it. How are you going to take responsibility for this?
Oh my, just from walking 40 minutes in the snow. I thought New York women were strong and cool. You're more delicate and weak than I imagined.
This is infuriating. Well, that's it. I'm never dealing with any of you again. Don't expect any help when you need nursing care. Get help from your idiot younger son and his stupid wife. Don't worry, that's already the plan. When nursing care is needed, we'll take care of everything. We were never counting on you to help us take care of Barbara and Dennis when they grow old anyway.
Huh?
Hello, it's been a while. This is Emma, your brother-in-law's wife. Thank you for the other day. Thanks to you, we got to eat lots of delicious high-end sushi.
Who gave you my number?
Oh, I have plenty of business contacts. It wasn't hard to find.
You're annoying. Don't get cocky just because they like you, you small-town high school dropout. We have much better high-end sushi here.
Oh yes, New York City is the nation's capital of fine dining. I particularly love green sushi in Manhattan. I often order their $800 omakase course.
What?
Their sake selection is amazing too. The other day, when Ryan and I were eating and drinking there, we ended up spending $3,000 just for the two of us. I guess we went a bit overboard.
You're lying. There's no way.
Would you like to see the receipt? I still have it.
The $3,000? You've been to that super expensive sushi place? And how can you small-town poor people spend that kind of money?
Yes, we live in a small town, but that doesn't mean we're poor. In fact, I believe we earn more than you do.
That's impossible.
Is it? Let's talk numbers then.
What?
When you were here, you bragged about your company, remember? I work at a big company in New York City, you said, even giving us your business card. I looked it up, and the average salary there is about $120,000, roughly less than half of what I make.
Less than half means you make $300,000 a year?
Yes, Ryan and I run our own apparel business, and we've recently expanded into restaurants too. That's why we often go to New York for work.
You own a company?
Several, actually. Did Jack never mention that?
That's impossible. You're lying.
So please don't look down on us for being poor, even if you look down on us for being from a small town. Actually, please don't look down on us at all. Your attitude was so awful that our business partners were furious. You came here for work, right? Something about a meeting at a factory that's one of your clients? Actually, it turns out that that factory is one of our business partners too.
Is that so?
We had a meeting at that factory today too. They told us about someone terrible who came from New York with a pretty arrogant attitude. When I mentioned that they might be talking about my sister-in-law, they were shocked. They said you were incredibly rude to their staff. They mentioned they'd be contacting your company's headquarters about it. Will you be okay?
They wouldn't dare.
They already have. I saw the email myself.
What?
If you get fired over this, you won't be able to go to high-end sushi restaurants anymore. So try your best not to let that happen. We'll keep working hard too, both at our business and living with the parents. Let's all live happily in our own ways.
You planned this.
I didn't plan anything. You did this to yourself.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
I'm just stating facts. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a business to run.
Barbara? If it's possible, could you put Emma on the phone? After that conversation we had the other day, I really was called into the office and I might seriously get fired. Oh my, that's terrible.
Yes, it's terrible. That's why I need help. Please put Emma on the phone.
Now you want to speak with the small-town dropout?
Please, I really need to speak with Emma.
I refuse. My wonderful son and daughter-in-law are out working today. They don't have time to deal with someone like you.
I'll apologize to them properly.
Properly? I don't know if you really are capable of being sincere.
Then I'll call again tonight.
No, don't ever contact us again. Didn't you say you'd never deal with us again? That you wouldn't help with nursing care? Those were your words. Now asking for help is quite presumptuous.
But this is different. My job is at stake.
Different how? We're still the same small-town folk.
That's...
I've already blocked Jack's contact. Now I'll block yours too.
Please wait. That can't be true. You're not really cutting ties with your eldest son and his wife.
That should make you happy too. After all, you kept saying we were unsanitary small-town folk and idiots.
I was wrong about that.
Too late.
Well, that's...
You must be relieved to cut ties with the small-town family you looked down on. Well then, take care. Please tell my son about all this yourself.
Can we start over, please?
Goodbye, Sarah. I heard that Sarah was severely scolded by her boss. Apparently, her condescending attitude toward business partners had been an issue before, and she was fired. It seems the main factory she angered this time was a major client. The company executives went pale and immediately terminated her. And their New York apartment rent was higher than I imagined. They couldn't afford to keep living there on just my son's income, so they had to move to a tiny apartment. I hear they're now living in a room about the size of the bathroom in the duplex that my younger son and his wife built.